whatever helps the offense a lot more. If it's something where me coming in and out is something that gets Anthony out of the rhythm, then I would agree that it might need to be lessened a little bit in order to keep the hot guy hot. And I think you saw that throughout last season. Miami, both of us stayed hot the entire game, so there's no reason to change anything. And then you get to a game like Wake Forest where I wasn't playing at my best, and so we kind of lessened that and kept Anthony on the field a little bit more. Kind of got me on the field in different situations, and it worked out for us. So I think that being able to react as an offensive unit throughout the game is what helps us out the most.
How's your mom doing?
She's doing a great job. She'll be here on Saturday.
Oh, good. Fantastic. Wow, that's really good. She's been home for a few weeks, right?
She's been home for a couple of weeks. Her sodium levels have been up and down, but I think the doctors got them stable enough to where they felt comfortable letting her come out for the weekend.
Okay. When's the last time you were home?
Last time I was home was probably a little over a month ago.
Okay, before spring ball started, I guess, right? So.
Do you like starting spring ball this early? Did it seem real simple?
I do like starting it earlier because then you never really. It felt like we were just picking back up from bowl practice almost. So a lot of people, you don't have that. I didn't see as much rust as usually did going into spring ball. And another thing that helps out is injuries are going to happen in the game of football, and injuries happen during spring ball. So if you're able to have spring ball happen earlier, whenever those injuries do occur, you have a lot more time to help recover.
You're looking forward to spring break maybe more than in the past because you're finally going to get a break. Not have to worry about practice afterwards and everything else.
Spring break, I've gone home every single spring break, and I'll be going home again. And so it'll be nice to get back to the family, see my little brothers, and hang out with them a little bit. But I think everyone's always excited that towards the end of spring break you get a little bit antsy to come back, even if we're not coming back into practice, just get back into weights and throwing the RBA one-on-ones with receivers and stuff.
The school and papers and academics and everything?
Yeah, it's going fine. No other comment on that.
Can you talk about the transition and coordinators?
Yeah, it's been really smooth. I mean, a lot of schools, whenever you switch coordinators, there's kind of like a lull in the offense where you don't see it moving as well. But we haven't seen that at all. If anything, it's kind of picked up, and that's a big deal. A lot of that credit has to go to the veterans that we have on the offense, and just a lot of people that know how to play big-time football. And Coach Mo's doing a great job of calling plays, and he really knows the personnel on this team, and he's calling plays for our personnel. So, we're going to lean heavily on our offensive line because we know we have a veteran offensive line, and that's going to help us out this year.
I know you're looking forward to getting with the guys that you got returning at receivers and tight ends, but are you even more excited with the freshmen that you get coming in, like Trayvon Lee?
Yeah, I had an opportunity to meet with Trayvon whenever he visited the school, and he's just a great kid, great looking athlete, and so a big thing for me and Anthony is a lot of pressure is going to be put on us to try to develop people to get ready to play right away. Even though we have a lot of kids that are able to play that are at school right now that are able to play big time football, the more competition you can get in the locker room is really better, because if you can get some guys pushing the older guys to be better, then that just makes the whole team better. So we're going to have our hands full this year with a lot of young, talented players.
You know, one question I've asked in the recruiting process, I'm sure there are people that ask you very early on, why in the world Duke? Has that mentality changed out there?
I don't really know. I'm not that big on as far as getting involved in recruiting, but I know whenever I was recruited here, a lot of people ask me, why are you going to Duke? They're horrible. Why are you? But I think those questions aren't being asked as much, I don't think, to current commits and kids that just signed. I think a lot of people saw us playing the Chick-fil-A Bowl, and you had to be impressed with the way that we hung up with Texas A&M, where a game that no one gave us really a shot to be in the game, let alone winning in the fourth quarter. And so I think the mentality's definitely changed as far as recruiting goes.
Have they changed insofar as, say, your friends or the people that knew you that maybe were suspect in your choice of Duke? Have they changed their mentality toward Duke football?
Yeah, definitely. And a big reason is that is because my first 2 years here, we didn't go to a bowl game. We didn't have very good years. We had 3 wins, 5 wins, or whatever it may be. And so none of our games were ever televised. No one ever saw anything about Duke. So I never heard from any of my friends about, oh, I saw you in the game or anything like that. But in the past 2 years, a lot more of our games have been televised because we are a team that's playing well and we're playing against other good teams, and so people want to see that. And so I get texts from people saying, "Oh, I saw you on ESPN. I saw you doing this. You guys played great." So it's a lot of fun.
Okay, we're still continuing to pray for your family.
Thank you.
Right.